Who is Ras Baraka? That's a serious and long question. I was born in 1969 in Newark, New Jersey. I was born here in the Brick City. They call it the Brick City. I think there's some pros and cons to being called the Brick City, but that's where we are, and that's who I am, a Newark resident for life, and more importantly, a South Ward resident. I lived in the South Ward my entire life. I'm a black man from Newark, from the South Ward of Newark, from Clinton Avenue and Madison Avenue and Avon Avenue and Clinton Place and Chancellor Avenue and Bergen Street. I was born there. So my life is about being in Newark. How do we make City Hall more responsive to the needs of the people in the South Ward? First of all, we have to do it together. We have to be a bigger voice, a better voice. We have to come out and vote in every election. We have to make sure that we fill the council when there are things that are occurring at the council meeting that concern us. We have to make sure that we have a representative on the council chambers in the seat that speaks to our needs and speaks to our concerns. We need a South Ward councilman that begins to express the desires, the needs, and the wants of the people in the South Ward, to begin to discuss the cleanliness of our corridors, to make sure that our garbage is collected in a timely fashion, to begin to represent the community's concerns at these meetings.
Good evening, former Council President Don Bradley, and I'm glad to be here to issue some words for all the residents in the city of Newark, mainly the South Ward. I mean, we just elected a President of the United States with 20,000 votes out of the South Ward. And what Obama said was for us to take back our neighborhoods, take back our streets. And we need to reclaim our neighborhoods with Ras Baraka. And that's what we're about for 2010. We have a young man born and raised in the city of Newark, a young man that we told him to go to school, obey the rules, and that's what he's done. A principal here in the city of Newark doing great things for the young people here in the city of Newark, Ras Baraka. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm encouraging all of you, we need to come out and vote. We're looking for 20,000 votes out of the South Ward for 2010 for Ras Baraka. Together, we can.
That's right.
Okay.
We have to begin to convene small businesses and begin to talk about the diversity of businesses that exist on these corridors. That we don't need a bunch of liquor stores or a bunch of Chinese restaurants. That we need different retail stores. That we need different stores that services our needs and our community needs. We also need recreation and cultural centers as well. In order to do that, we have to sit together as parents, as community leaders, as church leaders, as business leaders, and begin to develop a South Ward community development plan that will talk about not only the amount of housing and the housing stock that exists in the South Ward, but the amount of businesses and what kind of businesses exist and where they should go. What I want to talk about is how education has provided me with the insight to what's going on in our community. It's allowed me to have a voice in the changes that take place in the neighborhoods, how it's helped me to engage parents and find out what their concerns are, to deal with children and talk about jobs and their future, how it has given me the passion and the love for the city and understand the problems and the solutions that we need to solve the issues that take place in our community every single day. I think that being an educator gives me strength, gives me power, gives me more force to be a better councilman in the city of Newark. I've managed hundreds of people, millions of dollars, and been able to make decisions on the spot, decisions that affect many people's lives every single day. The world looks at Newark. They see our mayor, they see the changes, a renaissance, a development. What we see walking down Clinton Place, gang members and drug dealing and poor education and bad food and unemployment and a re-entry program that doesn't work. So we need to get involved now. We gave everybody else a chance. It's time to give ourselves a chance. Because if you walk down Clinton Avenue, you'll see that our community needs the money. If you walk down Bergen Street, and see how the stores looked in the past and how they look now, that Bergen Street needs the money. If you see the housing stock in the city of Newark on beautiful blocks like Shanley Avenue and Baldwin and Tracy, you'll see that those seniors need that money.
The whole block is deteriorating. We have this house here. This house has been
That's crazy.
like this for about a year and a half. I've been calling the Board of Health, City Hall, I've been calling everybody. They finally came 2 weeks ago and got up all the garbage. Had you been here 2 weeks ago, garbage bags and garbage and everything is piled up. This is what our block is becoming.
It's a shame, you know, nobody don't care no more.
I've called the city for the last year and a half. Nothing happened. Nothing's been done. But if we had somebody in City Hall that was for the people, we wouldn't have these problems. But we're expecting big things. You're a product of the city, and we want you to do it.
This is Clinton Avenue, up and down here. Clinton Avenue, Chadwick, that's 505. This building been like this for over 30 years. Growing up, I've seen this building this way. It's time for us to do something about that and do something about the development in this community. There was a huge gang problem in the city of Newark, and there still is a huge gang problem in the city of Newark. Our kids killing each other over colors, over things that didn't matter, over streets and signs. We decided back then, with a few community folks and ex-gang members and some folks that were still in gangs, to bring the community together and address this issue. We have to use everybody in our neighborhood, from police officers to ex-gang members, that we don't have the ability or the right or the resource to throw people away, nor do we have the moral capacity to decide who gets help and who doesn't.
Hello, my name is former Councilwoman Bessie Walker. Where Newark is today, I'm not pleased with. We have debt in our city. Our city is plunging in unemployment, high unemployment. Crime is on the rise in our city. I had the distinct opportunity of working with Ras Baraka. He did youth pieces for us in the city of Newark, the Youth Gang Task Force, our Youth Commission. He helped with our seniors. He helped fight with the property taxes and to keep the water rates down in our city. And that is why I ask people to really support Ras Baraka and the team that he's running with in 2010.
I just want to thank all of the seniors and all of the people who stayed here in Newark, who endured through difficult times, who decided not to run, but to raise their families here, to raise their grandkids here, to make our cities a little better and our community a little culturally more diverse. I want to thank all of the new folks who decided to come to Newark and fell in love with the city's beauty, fell in love with the people of this town, who decided they would stay here and struggle with us. And we invite anybody to come help us develop the cultural, the more softer, the more viable side of our town, the Saravan in us, the Amiri Baraka in us, and help us see the beautiful things that we can offer the world. I would like to thank you, and I would like to thank you even more when I become the South Ward Councilman. Hi, I'm Ras Baraka, and in 2010, with your help, I'll be the next South Ward Councilman of Newark, New Jersey.